Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Speaker. Recently I had the great pleasure to meet with Katie and Josh, a family that train greyhounds, and their extended family. And today I've been shared a letter that they received in regards to one of their dogs, and I'd like to read it into the Parliament tonight. It's from Sylvia. Thank you for taking the time to read my letter in support of the continuation of greyhound racing in Tasmania. The plan to phase out greyhound racing in Tasmania has come as shock and betrayal to so many of us. I feel a responsibility to speak up, to tell the truth and pose some questions to the anti-racing contingent. My name is Sylvia Mace. I'm proud to give a home to two retired racing greyhounds, Monty and Jingles. It's Jingles' story I want to share with you today in the hope of enlightening even one single person as to the truth of what is often referred to as the industry, but which I prefer to call community. On Saturday morning, the 20th of September 2025, I took my two greyhounds to the Launceston Heritage Park greyhound area. Now, I don't consider this to be the ideal place to run my dogs, but given the lack of options available, that is where I took them. As is the instinct of greyhounds, Jingles soon began a game of chasey with a small breed dog in the adjoining park for all other dogs, which directly abuts the greyhound area. Great thinking there. In the blink of an eye, and who's to say whether it was due to a misjudgment of movement or a quick dip down one of the park's many potholes, Jingles had an open calcaneal fracture. That is, her heel bone had totally broken from the rest of her leg and pierced through her skin. The one saving grace, other than the tendons remaining intact, I suppose, is that she had not also been cut by one of the errant shards of glass I noticed in the grass. Thank goodness for the two gentlemen at the park who helped me carry my poor girl back to the car to rush her to the vet. Once with the vet, she was analgesed, x-rayed, splintered, and we paused to make a plan for her. Might I take a moment to emphasise here that even a greyhound running in a park in her retirement can sustain a hock injury. This is not a hazard which exists solely on a racetrack, but I digress. Meanwhile, I sent a message to Katie and Josh, Jingles' racing family, totally without any expectation and just as a courtesy to let them know what had happened to our girl. Never had I seen people galvanise into action as willingly and quickly as they did to help us out. All of a sudden, I was plied with a crate to keep her safe, textbooks to help me care for her well, offers of food, dressing and supplies. They even sent her x-rays to vets all over the country, even internationally, for opinions and advice. And ultimately, they took control to organise to get Jingles on a plane from Launceston and over to Sandown Vet Clinic in Melbourne for the very best care she could receive. From that moment, they have been on the other end of the phone to answer any questions I have. And this journey with Jingles does bring up some burning questions for me, but Katie and Josh are not the people to go to for the answers on these ones. It's you, it's all of you that need to answer it. That cruelty claim is inflicted upon racing greyhounds. Where is it? The supposed neglect, you can show me that? The way greyhounds are thrown aside when they're no good for racing any longer. Which ones exactly? Jingles is now a pet. She's officially retired, registered in my name and, strictly speaking, solely my responsibility. So explain to me how a community that responsibly breeds, rears, trains, fastidiously cares for, retires, carefully rehomes and remains involved in the lives of their beloved dogs is a cruel one. Tell me why Katie and Josh sprung into action to help their retiree. It's all for the love of their dogs. The care never goes away. The love breeders and trainers have for their dogs is of equal magnitude to the love anyone has for a family pet. But this isn't just one instance, is it? They're just one of the good ones. Yes, well, one instance picked out of countless acts by countless members of the greyhound racing community that, if you choose to look, you would see everywhere. I've adopted each of my greyhounds straight from their trainers. The dogs have all arrived to me in impeccable condition, shiny coats, clean teeth, impressively muscled, happy, goofy, confident in the love humans provide them. I'm going away for the weekend. I ask Katie and Josh, would you mind the dogs staying in your kennels? Guess what? They're always happy. The dogs always have clean quarters, they have pristine yards, they play like any other dogs. It's blindingly obvious to me that these dogs are adored and they adore what they do. I can guarantee you the trainer of every rescued greyhound would love to hear how they're doing, honour their past and respect the community that knows them best. And when you think you're doing the right thing by the greyhounds by just phasing out racing, think of Jingles and think of me and Josh and Katie. And I hope we remind you that you're doing the wrong thing.
Honourable